we need to be able to scale and follow this demand. So is where we have opened new resource center in an uncharted territory still. So in Uzbekistan, this capacity to follow the opportunities is also a vision.
Okay.
It's not a lack of vision.
No, absolutely.
Okay, it's a country extremely young. When I say extremely young, it's like the population under 35. The percentage probably varied, but
That's 65%
65% is under 35
years old, yeah. 60
So
under 30, I think. Yeah.
when I say young country, it's not in history. It's like
It's really-
the young population is massive.
Yeah.
Maybe the most important is what value we're bringing to our customers is I think our agility, our capacity to move faster than a bigger group, because our customers are like majors, global company of thousands, hundreds of thousands of people. So obviously comes like this infrastructure that allow us as a small fish, basically moving faster, like discovering new platform technology, whatever, to bring it in. And beside also the other leader of the industry, no shame to say that Accenture, Deloitte, probably even now Data Consulting and others are leader and big companies as well.
Yeah.
And we work in general beside those because we're keeping this agility on. And that, in terms of vision now, is how can we continue to scale over this 100 something people, keeping this agility and not bringing this layer of compliance and like killing basically what make us appreciated and needed
Absolutely.
by
Yeah.
our
Understand.
customers. That one layer. The other layer, obviously, I can't ignore that by software development is something happening in the industry.
Yep.
And
Absolutely.
it's really a surprise for everyone. That speed, basically, we talked 3 years ago for the release of ChatGPT.
Yeah.
Was absolutely not in the mood to. I remember we're like doing some SWOT. What are the threats? IT. Yeah. Software development. We'll never. No,
No, it is actually.
yeah.
It's there.
It's right there. There you need to have vision to understand that at the very start, that is going to be a huge impact.
Yeah.
So already we have reoriented Webellian as more generalist consulting firm.
Yeah.
Dragging our people less in the development and more to the analysis. So participating in the early phases of a project.
Yeah.
And it's where clearly we will go for the future.
Yeah.
The majority of people now are non-developer Webellian. So that is concrete result of vision we had about IT. Software development specifically. Also at the personal level, individual level, our developers, we are like bringing back in the recipe in developer, no, engineer. Okay. What you talk about today, this is the job of an architect, etc. We need to reshift this. So old enough now to, and as an engineer, to see the wave that went from the 2000s basically toward the 2010, where the developers ultra specifically specialize in the backend, this technology, front end, that technology, that we need to de-specialize the people and make them like understanding the business requirements and participating in the business value that we're delivering.
Okay.
So that shift is done. And meanwhile, the actual context where we are is threat, is also an opportunity, as now we're positioned to see that there is still a huge demand, and we need to be able to scale and follow this demand. So is where we have opened new resource center in an uncharted territory still. So in Uzbekistan. So it's not totally new, but we are in the early stage. And so we are operational since April there. And I have the feeling. It's in reality, I'm doing right now from Poland, Uzbekistan, what
Mhm.
I did from France
Mhm.
with Poland.
Okay.
So already the experience, the maturity. We know how to operate two entities in parallel without cannibalizing each other.
Which is a
Uh,
tricky part.
it's always a tricky part.
It's always a
It's
tricky
it's
part.
it's difficult
It's
because there on
yeah.
top is you have an offshore with nearshore.
Yeah.
So basically, beside the quality of
Yeah.
what we are doing in terms of selection, recruitment, the price is
Yeah.
easier. So you can't come in and say, "Hey, we're cheap and better than Webellian in Poland."
Absolutely.
It's more complicated. It's
Yeah.
complementary. We need to position all of this clearly and how it is in reality.
So can you, because you touched on it, so I was getting there. So I have two questions before we fully dive into Uzbekistan and where you're going with this
Mhm.
offshore and this offer and so on and so forth. The first one is that I know that you had a similar venture of creating another near shore or even onshore into another country,
Mm.
and it didn't pin out, which happens in the business. And how do you see the difference between what you did previously, right, and what you are doing right now? How do you see this? Or maybe you tell us what
Yeah.
didn't pin out over
Alors,
there.
we had the opportunity to start an entity in Barcelona, in Spain.
Absolutely, that's what I was
Okay.
referring to.
Uh, Again, is the period of the COVID
Hmm.
has reshuffled the cards.
Yeah,
The need from global customers to have operational entities in the country of the operation has been like not totally released, but is much more flexible now as soon as you operate from European member. And by the way, we closed during the COVID our entity in Barcelona
hmm,
and never reopened and never
yeah,
operated
yeah.
there. But we did also consecutively close our office in Paris.
Yes, yes,
And we
absolutely.
said, okay, instead of having small entities
Hmm.
with double the cost, double the headache, how you operate, how
Yeah,
you manage how you can consolidate all the service in one and serving the other, transfer pricing, start doing more documentation, more certification,
absolutely.
etc. We have simplified and regrouped everything in Poland. So there was a pure operational um, decision, and again, because COVID did release the mindset of the global firms
Yeah,
that we're like fine with this.
okay,
Uzbekistan is out of Europe, so
absolutely.
there is compliance topic that step in on top.
Hmm.
So probably will be not probably it is by design different
Yeah,
than having
absolutely.
other entity.
Absolutely. Okay. So what I understand is that at some point you just made the decision of optimization, right? And say, listen, what I'm having in Poland makes perfect sense to run the whole business. And then I don't need to show that I'm big just by having different centers everywhere, because I can actually deliver everything and being even bigger in Poland, right? And now we are going towards not anymore, let's say, placing resources next to the client, but we are actually going towards opportunity, right? So that's what I understand is a little bit different from what you were doing before. And this new move, right? Tell me if I'm wrong, is that it's a matter of, okay, how can we still sticking to the vision, right?
In the vision, when I say agility, uh, it's opportunities basically.
Yeah.
It's capacity to still follow the opportunities. Do we have a plan exactly we know where we are in
Hmm.
5 years? Can put a driver. If we are good managers, the driver will become true because we manage towards the
Hmm.
drivers. The reality is we try to keep this agility to be able to jump from one opportunity to the other and always like deploy fast,
Hmm.
deliver fast, good always. The
Yeah.
quality is
Yeah.
not discussable in what we're doing.
Hmm.
But this capacity to follow the opportunities is also a vision.
Okay.
It's not a lack of vision.
No, absolutely. It's you basically set yourself up for success in the sense that whatever comes your way, then you are able to jump on it because you have the proper infrastructure that is able to absorb it. But here, I would like you to explain to us how, because you were talking about not cannibalizing, right, between one offer to the other, right? And as you said, you are trying here in Poland to deliver more and more like strong, niche well, targeted engineering, right? That brings this business added value and is not only about, coding and developing, but bring
Mhm.
this whole thing together. So how do you tie that, right, with your Uzbek model, where we are also going here, as you said, searching for a certain price optimization on the market due to all the shift that is happening? What is the vision of creating that for
Yeah.
you, right? And how does it, as you said, get together, right? How do you present it to the
Um,
clients?
the experience I got already in between France and Poland
Hmm.
um, made me understood that there is not one people superior to the other. That's a fact.
Yeah,
Uh, and Uzbekistan, I don't consider people there like not capable
absolutely.
or less capable.
Yeah,
Or now there is context. Okay, it's a country extremely young. When I say extremely young, it's like the population under 35. Have the percentage, probably you have it, but
that's 65% under,
65% is
yeah,
under
under 35
35.
years old. Yeah, 60
So
under 30, I think. Yeah,
when I say young country, it's not in history. It's like
it's really,
the young population is massive,
yeah, yeah,
and in this story is extremely important to understand. This is um, Uzbekistan is one of the rare countries. There is 2 or 3 countries in the world that have 2 borders to the sea. Okay, so
Uzbekistan is landlocked.
yeah, it's landlocked. So
Yeah.
they have 2 borders
Oh,
to
you
get
mean
to the
two
sea.
borders to get to the
They,
sea?
they, they have
You mean,
another
yeah, no,
country in between
exactly.
them
Okay, I
and
got
the
it.
sea.
I thought they had two borders at the
Yeah,
sea. I was like, oh,
and
my.
there is few countries like
Yeah,
this. You have
exactly.
Switzerland,
Yeah, that's true.
Uzbekistan,
Absolutely, you're right.
and what we can admire is this youth is taking the power there.
Yeah,
So you start to have like minister. They're 30 years old basically. No?
absolutely. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
And they have acknowledged this fact that they will not be industry heavy country.
Yeah,
By the way, they were like growing cotton a
yeah,
lot,
yeah,
and they had big lakes, and those lakes are disappeared today because of that. So they have reoriented their whole economy massively towards service.
yeah,
IT engineering is part of it, but you have the legal, the administration,
absolutely. Yeah,
translation, whatever. Pick one
yeah.
service that can be the accounting that can be done
The BPOs,
remotely.
basically. Yeah, yeah,
They are there,
yeah,
and so you have a population that is young also within the technology. So
yes,
we will not find, of course we find, but the population of 15 years experience, expert in, I don't know,
mm.
pick one technology, Java to
Java. That's
whatever.
the one that's coming. Yeah,
There is some, but
it's
it's
not
not
there.
there.
Yeah,
The
absolutely.
sweet point is under those mid, like 3 to 6 years
Perfect.
experience.
Yeah,
There is a huge generation that has been released, and is now the machine is on its way. So is where we are. So now to go back towards this, there is
mm-hmm.
no reason that we will not apply exactly the same logic. Say you developers, even in Uzbekistan and Poland, is the same program.
Yeah,
We need to despecialize and go back to what is engineering, because tomorrow we will have the best value by bringing the people that know from a backlog to say what need to be done and how we need to be done. The AI will assist and increase the productivity of doing it actually.
yeah,
And even long-term vision, code could disappear totally.
yep,
Okay, we have those no codes or those AI that will be able to just display an interface and not having code be
yeah.
long term. So not today, but already this is our driver.
But it's exponentially going that direction
Yes, but
again.
we are humans,
Yeah.
and we will not follow this speed.
Yes, absolutely.
It's not
Yeah.
doable.
And the fact that you are basically, let's say, combining, as you are perfectly saying, these sweet spots that there is in Uzbekistan around the 3 to 6 years developers with your 15 to 20 years engineers here, is that a selling point somehow, to your clients? Are they responsive to that, to the fact that, Webellian providing that double layer of security of the, of the technology that you provide, but also a certain optimization of the
Uh,
cost and
the The cost is interesting, but not only the
Okay.
capacity to scale
Okay.
interesting.
Super.
So when you need to deploy 10, 15, 20 people,
You can, yeah.
that is an enabler for sure.
Okay.
Uh, Beside this, and again, is the way the market is
Mm-hmm.
going. We have customers for Uzbekistan that are mainly startups, small entities,
Absolutely.
capable to decide fast and
Yeah.
probably to be a bit less risk adverse.
Yeah.
The big groups have some discussion with procurement and leading groups. Very interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Pricing, capacity to scale,
Mm-hmm.
the youth that is there, curious, and somehow also influencing a country that he wants to get closer to the West.
Absolutely. Yeah.
There's always a political dimension there.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, it's a country that is safe, that where like the political relations are good. French embassy, we have
Yeah.
the city that are deployed there.
Yeah.
Um, they will come,
Of course.
pretty sure. It take a bit longer to get there, but for now we have like really customers of like companies than less than 500 people. Basically,
Absolutely. Yeah.
it's a no-brainer.
Okay. Yeah. Because so what I understand is also for Webellian, again, because I was insisting from the beginning on the high end of the technology you provide, which has a cost. This is why you deliver that to big groups, right? So what I understand is that
The big groups look for the economics as well, no?
I agree, but
And when
the
they
f-
do,
but,
they do it massively.
but the cash flow is
Don't be wrong.
different. I got you, but the cash flow is different, right?
Yeah.
But then it means that you also have the capacity to, as you said, with the Uzbek branch and entity, then to open your delivery to, let's say, a lower end of the market, not lower end by what people are doing, but in terms of the capacity they have to onboard,
There, I need to mention that the Polish market for us, in terms of delivery, in terms of sales, is difficult because it went. First, you have a currency that got way stronger than a few years back. Different reason, but we went from a 4.8 zloty per euro to a 4.25 as of today around. And that is stable for the next years to come, is going to stay in this area. So that has been a huge pressure. And second, again, the COVID period has created a new trend where you have massively American companies, not only, but massively American companies chasing resources all over the globe
Yes.
and killing the local market.
And Polish engineers are very well
And
liked, yeah?
yeah, because they are part of the best engineer in the world.
Exactly.
Whatever ranking, Poland is always going
Always
there.
on the top, yeah.
In the top 3, I would say.
Yeah, easy.
And some of them top 1.
Yeah.
So there is a reason behind this, but it make the local market very difficult. The companies in Poland, they are struggling because the prices of the local engineer are out of the market.
Absolutely.
So bring a solution for Uzbekistan is also a solution for us to address the local market. By the way, the first customer we got was here in Poland immediately.
Yeah, exactly. And what level? That customer is a big group or?
Still less than 500 people.
Absolutely.
The one that are deciding fast, etc. But it takes longer with bigger groups to sign.
Big leads.
But we get there.
Okay.
The interest is here.
That's, yeah. And then staying on that, because obviously there are few known offshore hubs across the world. Few of them, a couple of them. Yeah, I see 3 in my head, right? From the get-go.
India.
Vietnam.
Thailand,
Bangladesh.
it is.
Thailand, let's say. Or India, Bangladesh, Pakistan there. We can also have put it as,
Still difficult there.
Difficult there, but
compliance, etc.
But so those hubs, right? How would you compare those hubs, right, with what you have decided to do in Uzbekistan? I know that it has been for you only a few months, right? And you're still in that discovery process and the scaling process. But I really would like to touch on not only the market, which you explained, the demographic and, where the population is going. That's one thing. But it can be also, we can also say the same thing about India growing and so on. But what about the culture, and what about, the delivery? How would you compare those offshore, points, and what Uzbekistan has showed you on that matter? Is it so
Alors,
far?
there, honestly, there's a very practical reason. We have customers in Australia, and we're struggling to find how to drive efficiently our project with people in Sydney and Brisbane. So we have like a shift of during the winter of 11 and 12 hours, and during the summer of 9 10. That is massive. So
Yeah,
basically,
it's
it's
crazy.
really
It's a day. It's like, yeah, absolutely.
you have like 1 hour in the morning, 1 hour in the evening, depending.
That's it, yeah.
It's difficult. Or you work from 4 a.m. and or to midnight, what we did for a period, but it's not sustainable. So I wanted to recruit some people in Australia to manage locally and be able, but the same problem. How do you keep the
Contact to
the
them, yeah.
track with your own people?
Yeah.
So it's even worse because you hire people with less experience.
Yeah.
We did try to see if we can send someone from us there, but it was a bit complicated. So I said, okay, we need to find something in the middle. India is very well placed. The Thailand is one also hub that is acting there. You have Singapore, etc. But Uzbekistan is replying to this problem. Okay, so we have a 3-hour shift during the summer, 4 hours during the winter. It's only 30 minutes behind India in the end. India is very shift in terms of time. But the plane is 6 hours, less than 6 hours to go there. So it's much more accessible. It's not like a full night of traveling. So that was the central point of looking for. Then obliged to go back to the the vision from the industry service in Uzbekistan. You have a program that started a few years back, but really is in force now. Is this IT Park program, with whom we were like discussing and offering a secured environment to install, to develop, and to have like local helpers, supports in everything you need, from bank, from the accounting, from the legal contractual topic about employment, and that is really a fast track. In that, in few weeks, basically, we were able to operate and recruit our first people efficiently.
Super.
So all of that together made us like
Makes-
say, Uzbekistan, why not?
That makes sense. Okay. And if you look at what you have already accomplished over there and still staying into that vision aspects of things, right? What are you seeing as a midterm vision for your Asian branch, right? Like how are you seeing that that development to support what you're doing here?
Again, 2 layers there.
Perfect.
First one, Webellian Asia.
Yeah.
There is a spirit of opportunity. So for now, we're like signing new contract, bringing new people. When I'm talking this morning, we're 12 employees there exactly.
Yeah.
So it's still very small team.
Yeah.
Okay, but it's like 3 months we're operating.
It's
so
getting there.
it's just already surprising.
Exactly.
But we expect to grow massively over the months to come. So we mean that we need to structure local management, leadership, engineering manager, HR, and keeping this relation with Poland, installing the same culture. That is really the distance. So traveling some people from here there, traveling people from there here.
Absolutely.
Because again, go back always about the people.
Yeah.
If you know each other, it's totally different to have just a name on Zoom call.
Makes sense.
And the second layer is why limiting ourselves to Asia? Okay, we're like serving global customers from Australia to US and Canada. So we have the same need on the other direction. So we are looking to South America right now. Could be Costa Rica, Argentina. Comparable programs basically that are there. So this is incubating. Don't say we're going to do it.
Yeah.
But very likely we could start even with a partner there.
Exactly.
There is far. Huh?
Yeah. It's not 6
far.
hours.
But that would bring us really this around the clock for the
And then
service.
Webellian would cover basically the whole,
and is
Not
required. We
crazy.
need we
Yeah,
need to develop that direction also, one step after the other.
absolutely.
We will not die of by our ego, just for the fun to have this service, but we're building the service uh, when is needed. And you can do this because you anticipate and you know already, you have already a plan for that.
Yeah.